What's up? I'm actually getting ready to go rip a pack. For those of you guys who don't know, Saturday was a very expensive day for me. I just blasted my marmot on the ground, my 5-inch race quad, and blew out my 7th GoPro for this year. So I'm honestly at this point where I'm just kind of tired of replacing GoPros. So I think I'm gonna switch all of my FPV cameras, the 5.8 cameras, over to HD CADX setups, because now they have the Baby Turtle version 2. This one has the Baby Turtle version 1, but this has been down since we went out to Drift Night, which was like 4 months ago. This has been down. I finally decided to put some time and effort into it, went through the canopy. This is the Baby Wasp. This is a sick little bird, man. For how tiny it is, this thing rips, dude. This is 4S. But it's just the palm of my hand. It's just a little guy. She's just a little guy. But for 4S, it definitely terrifies the sky. But it's been a while since we've had this out. So I do have this on a 4S battery. I hope I fixed it today, so we'll find out, I guess, real quick. I'm actually getting ready to drive to the location right now. So, but I think the reality of it is, even Hero 4s are getting expensive now. I always used to just buy the cheaper Heroes to fly with because I didn't really care. As long as you fly smooth and steady, then your footage is gonna look smooth and steady. I don't want to buy 7, 8, 9 Heroes because I know what's gonna happen to them. They're just gonna get absolutely destroyed. And those warranties that they have now for the GoPros are garbage. Like, the warranties, like, GoPro doesn't want FPV pilots anymore. I think that's really what's happening. Is like GoPro as a company just doesn't want FPV pilots to buy their gear anymore because they're tired of giving out tons of free GoPros from somebody who buys one, and then they end up breaking it 20 times and getting 20 free GoPros. They're not making any money. You know what I'm saying? So I think GoPro has really just been like, nah, that's the end of that. We're done with all that craziness. So, but the older GoPros are also getting to that point where people are like, no, I can still make a bunch of money on my Hero 3 and 4. So they've raised the price of the, you know, really obsolete old GoPros up to like 100, 140, 150. I saw a dude had it on there for $250 last night. I was like, dude, come on, man. We're talking obsolete cameras. Like, I wouldn't even pay more than like maybe $100 for a Hero 5 at this point. You know, but all these people, man, they see that the FPV guys want them, so the price just keeps shooting up. So I'm at this point where it's like, I don't want to keep just buying these old GoPros because they're just getting more and more expensive as opposed to not getting more expensive. You know, so at the cost of $50, I can buy the Baby Turtle HD setup with FPV 2-in-1 camera for some of my smaller birds, and then my big birds I can run the version 2 on top of. So I can still have the version 2, which will give me, I believe the version 2 actually records in higher depth, like I believe it records in like 2.7K or better. So on my 5-inch rigs, I would be running the Baby Turtle CADX as opposed to a GoPro, so I get all that weight reduction, I get the added flight time, and the camera only cost me $64. It's also much better protected because of the standoffs. So these front plates right here, these little plates right there, the camera is behind those, so when you hit a pole or you bang into something, that the standoffs actually take that. So it's cheaper for me to do that and buy some cheap little standoffs at, you know, 5 standoffs, 6 standoffs for like $2.50 than it is for me to replace a GoPro, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at with my FPV journey. Is like, I'm trying to eradicate the need for GoPros, and people are gonna be like, oh, that's crazy. It's like, is it really? I'm tired of buying them. You might not get nearly as good a footage on these little HD cams because they're very wide angle lenses, but to me, I don't care as long as I can offer you guys HD flight footage. I'm not in this to impress anybody, just show you a fun time and entertain you. So that's what I'm doing. So that's the FPV journey to that point. So let's see how the Baby Wasp flies. I've been talking for almost 5 minutes straight now. We're gonna get the Baby Wasp up and going here. And you know, now that my 5-inch is down temporarily until some parts come in, I'm gonna see if I can get this puppy back up in functioning order, thanks to Dan. Renegade FPV. All right, if you guys haven't checked out Optimized Drone and Renegade FPV, go ahead and go over there and sub. Dan was the one that gave me this one, God, close to a year ago now. and I flew the heck out of it, but I banged it off the tree and thought I lost it at a park. I thought it went in the water, and then the park guy said, hey, if you find a drone, man, let me know. I searched for hours and never found it. And then like 3 days later, they called me like, hey, the lawn guys almost ran it over. I think we got your quad. And I went down there and looked at it. I was like, that's it. But yeah, so we flew it the other day. It was like 2 weeks ago, and I broke it again. So I already had gotten it up and going since the car meet, but we broke it again. And you know, it ricocheted off a tree going very fast at River Hills Park, and I thought I lost it to the water, but I guess I didn't. So we're good to go. I got it back, and we're gonna see if it rips today. If I put all new standoffs on it, all new mounts, all new bolts and screws. But I think I was having a cross polarization on a few wires that was causing it to reset the flight controller during flight. So I'm hoping I fixed all that and resolved it. If not, well, this will be a very short flight, and you guys will see a very quick and it'll just fall, because what was happening is frame freezing. I would take off and I'd fly around for a second. All of a sudden the image would just freeze while I was still flying, and it wouldn't show me any new information coming in as far as 5.8. So I just have to immediately disarm, because I don't know where I'm at, you know. I can't see where I'm going. So I'm kind of hoping I stop the freeze frame. We'll investigate that situation deeper. So all right, first flight was a success. I'm going ahead and charging my battery on the go. However, I'm not going to show the first flight just because it was really garbage. It's very windy today. It's not exactly the best lighting conditions. There seems to be a storm kind of coming in on the horizon, but I'm flying through the wind. It's just very sloppy flying. Today is very windy, but I'll see if I can, I'm going to charge this back right now. As you can see, I got a little bit of time. They just opened this new plaza over here, and there's a Starbucks, so I think I'm gonna walk over there while this battery charges. Shouldn't take too long. It's only 650 mAh, so this will take about 15 minutes to charge, and then I should be able to go ahead and put up another pack. So that's what we'll do. So far so good, no cutouts. I forgot how bad the FPV feed actually is on that Cadex. This one's been used a lot. I'm not sure it's like quite the same quality as when we got it, but all right, so we're gonna let the B6 charger do its thing here. Like I said, this will take about 15 or 20 minutes, and I'll have another fully charged 4S pack, and then we'll go ahead and I might just find a better location, because this out here, I came to the construction zone, but I didn't think they were gonna have all this bull crap out here. This used to just be a field here like 2 weeks ago. Now all of a sudden they're doing things. So you guys remember I used to fly this spot actually a lot, but see all the wind? I'm only flying a 3-inch today. It's hammering the trees out here. It's definitely a very breezy, windy day. So it's kind of making it hard to fly in a small rig like this in this little enclosed area, but we'll see. It's windy. First flight was all right. I didn't do too bad. It's just been a minute. I'm so used to my 5-inch now. So let's go over here to Starbucks, grab something to maybe drink, and yeah, we'll go from there. Actually forgot how expensive Starbucks is, but I got a cold coffee. This little itty bitty coffee was $5. Whoa. That's why I don't go to Starbucks. That's the exact reason I don't go to Starbucks. All right, so truck's over there. We're charging up. I think I'm gonna find a different flight location, so see you guys in a minute.
When my life has passed me by, my